Anthony unfollowed me on Instagram.
Yeah, we got
Can
beef.
you believe that?
We got beef.
He
Yeah.
What
unfollowed
happened?
me.
What did he do?
I'm not willing to talk about it.
Are we friends? Are we still friends?
Are we still friends?
Let's talk about that.
Do you really want to start it like that?
I already did. It already started.
Welcome to the first episode of Lunchtime with Smosh, the podcast.
That's right. This is a podcast.
This
Two
is
white guys. Nobody's ever seen a podcast like this before.
I think it's cutting edge in all ways. Some people would call it trailblazing.
Some people would call it trailblazing.
That's right.
So what is this? What is this? Let's just get into it. We realized that we have to, because it's called Lunchtime with Smosh.
Yeah,
There has to be food involved.
that's true.
Well, there won't be much food involved, and I promise if I eat anything, it will be away from the microphone.
You're not gonna. Sorry, that was just two. I was just two. I gave you two, just as an example of what it's not gonna be like.
Okay. So we realized we didn't have food on us, and Erin whipped up. She was like, I can make deviled eggs because we have hard boiled eggs in our office, like
It's just in the fridge.
a bag of wet, cold, hard boiled eggs. It's kind of disgusting. They're
Yeah.
already peeled and everything, so it's just a bunch of wobbly, wet orbs.
So she came in with some wobbly wet orbs
So-
in a bowl for you.
Erin, I'll take those. I wish we can get a close up on this. I don't.
I did just notice a small hair on one of the eggs.
Oh no, you didn't.
Erin. So
I don't know whose it is. I'm so sorry.
So Erin, would you like to describe how you made these eggs?
Sure. So I sliced them, and then I removed the yolk, and then I put it in a different bowl. I added
Yeah.
some mayo, some mustard, scrambled it up.
Oh my God, one of your hairs
deviled
is on
eggs
this.
are good. Okay, well that's gross, but deviled eggs are good. And then I put it back into the egg, and I sprinkled some paprika on it. And then I tried to put hot sauce on one of them, but it came out really fast.
Yeah,
so
well,
then
you also put your hair on it too.
So I gave up on the hot sauce. Also, I didn't want to give you anything too spicy.
No, I appreciate that because
Yeah.
remember when you did give me something very
Right?
spicy.
Yeah, of course. Anthony wasn't there.
I wasn't there.
Well, I do love deviled eggs.
Do you? I have never had a deviled egg, and I think that
What?
my life is going to remain that way.
I don't know like why deviled eggs are so good because
They look absolutely disgusting.
hard boiled eggs have a certain like fart quality to them.
Yeah.
They kind of smell. They definitely smell like a fart, and they taste kind of like a fart as well.
Wait. They taste the same as they smell,
A little bit.
and you're into
A little
it?
bit. No,
You're
but
into it?
there's like a certain quality to it. This one looks decent. I think you forgot. I feel like deviled egg should have pepper though.
I knew you were going to point out the lack of seasoning.
You have paprika. This is like white people deviled eggs.
I had like a minute to make them.
Okay.
It's true.
You got paprika, so that's good.
And I just raided the pantry and got a protein bar, so that's
Okay.
what I'll be eating.
So this
Look how yummy that looks.
Does it?
No,
Does-
I tried one. It tastes good.
okay.
Yeah. Go for your bite. Oh, that sounds so wet. It sounds very liquidy. Is it good?
It's not bad.
Oh,
See?
good.
Yeah.
See?
Good. Oh, you're going for seconds too.
I like
Um,
this one. I'm not gonna eat the one with the hair on it.
I think it's just an eyelash.
It's just an eyelash, Ian. Just go for it. It's just an eyelash. And I'll eat this protein bar. It's just peanut butter and chocolate and crunchy. Before we get into the main topic of
Yeah.
today's discussion,
Yeah.
I think we should start off positive.
Okay.
I think we should start
Wait,
off
you
with
think
some.
talking about are we still friends won't be positive?
No, it's a very dark, serious video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I want to start off with something positive.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me a personal win from your week? Something that stands out to you?
Can this wide camera see too much of my?
It is a C cam.
Is this? You can't see any definition, can you?
This is why my legs are shut.
Who are
'Cause
you
I wanna be,
asking-
like,
Who are you
cool and,
asking
like,
to look?
Relaxed. Yeah, Brennan. Can you? Yeah, take a nice close look. Okay, good. There's not much there, so just didn't want to show what I got. Got to keep that a mystery.
Yeah, you want to show the class?
Don't chew in front of the microphone.
Sorry.
Jeez.
Don't tell me your win.
My personal win. Well, I went for a run. I did a little run.
You used to be cross country, like straight
yeah,
up. You used to run almost every day.
I was a little runner boy. I ran too much, actually. I think I used to run too much because I think it made me stupid.
What?
Yeah, I think I ran so much I got stupid.
Is that how you're like justifying your
why I'm
intelligence level?
so dumb?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand that logic.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here
Hmm.
with zero scientific knowledge
Okay.
and say that running made me stupider.
Why do you think? Where is the logic in that at all?
I don't think it. I'm not saying like developmentally it stunted me,
Okay, what are you saying?
but I think back to when I was like running the most,
Mm-hmm.
and I would be at your house and we'd be like writing and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I would just be like tired all the time.
And whenever you didn't run in a day,
Yeah,
I would be sitting on the computer working
I'd
on
be a
something,
little
and
crazy.
you'd be like pacing back and forth. There's like hitting stuff in the room.
Yeah,
Just
my
like,
heart would feel like it was like going out of control.
I was like, "What's going on, man? Do you need to take a moment to calm down? You okay?" You're like, I didn't run today. I got too much energy, man."
yeah, I wish I still felt that way. Well, sometimes I do. That's why I went for a run because I was like,
How long has it been since you ran?
It's been a while because now I mostly just walk. I'm a little walker boy. I like my neighborhood. I like walking around,
Mhm.
looking at flowers.
You're taking life a little bit slower these days.
Well, no, because I walk fast. You know me.
It's
both,
true.
Both you and Erin.
It's
know-
true. Whenever Ian's like, "I'm gonna go on a walk," I'm like, "Can I come?" And we're like, "Sure." And then I go out, and he's power walking,
Yeah.
like he's running away from something. What are you running away from?
I walk like a New Yorker.
Didn't you say it's because like your gait is off when you walk too slow?
Yeah, and Erin didn't know what a gate was.
Yeah, she's like,
Explain
is that
it
a
for
thing that
people
you
who
do
don't
when you
know as
enter the
well.
garden? Yeah, people who don't know what gait means.
GAIT.
Uh-huh. It
And
means
it's like the way it's.
the way you
I
walk.
mean, I can't give it a specific definition. It's just like your stride.
It's the way you walk. It's the way your
Yeah.
body moves when you walk.
Yeah. So if I have to walk like you slow motherfuckers,
You were saying that you can't walk slow because your gait is off.
yeah, the gate will be off, and then I'll feel bad.
Do you think maybe you walk fast to make up for your smaller stride because you're shorter,
That's a good point.
like to overcompensate?
Oh, like when you see like those little chihuahuas, and they're like,
Mhm.
Is it so like because you've been walking around people who are taller than you your whole life, you feel like you got to make up
that's
for it?
Yeah,
bullshit.
like you're trying to
I'm not
fit in.
short. That's bullshit. F you guys.
That's true.
Also, I'm curious, when you're running, what do you do with your hands?
Aren't you supposed to move them?
I'm
You're
sorry.
like you-
What?
Do you put your hands
What
in
do
your pocket?
you do with your hands?
No, I
Yes.
want to know what you specifically do with your hands.
That's actually a good question. Do you have fists or do you
Yeah, are you
Palms
like?
up?
Oh, dude, that'd be so. You have to be like so freaking serious if you're doing hands straight
You're
running.
trying
like,
to cut through the wind?
You have to
That's
be
how
like,
I picture you
That's
running.
like Captain America running.
But like arms down.
Yeah.
Nobody runs like that.
That's how I picture you running.
Oh no, I stretched before and after.
Nice. Where did you stretch your ankles? Which part do you focus on? This is important.
Anthony loves to stretch.
I do.
Hamstrings, calves, glutes, quads.
It's a lot of stretching for a
Nice.
jog.
But you use all those muscles.
Okay,
It's a lot
sorry.
of stretching. What do you mean it's a
I
lot
would
of
just go
stretching?
jog. I would just go jog and then be done.
Okay. And how's that worked out for you, Erin?
Pretty fine, actually.
Okay.
How often do you go jogging?
I don't.
Probably because she gets injured. Anyway, so I ran this week.
Awesome. Erin, what are we getting into today?
So today I want to quiz you guys because I don't think you guys are actually friends.
Oh, okay.
And I
Okay.
think in a lot of ways, like to the internet, you guys are kind of like the Oprah and Gail of like YouTube. You know,
Girl,
except-
we don't know the
You-
fuck
but-
you're talking
Oprah,
about.
like Oprah,
You
like
don't know
O Channel
Oprah?
Oprah?
I know Oprah and Gail.
but you guys don't like hook up or like
Who's
kiss.
Gail?
That's like her bestie.
Wait, did Oprah and Gail hook up and kiss?
It's
is that the-
allegedly? Allegedly.
You have to say allegedly.
Allegedly.
Oprah's
That's
got-
like the lore. That's like-
Allegedly, like in fan fictions?
I don't listen. I've never met them. This is just a thing
Okay.
online that I thought you guys knew about.
I mean,
That's not the
I
point.
know of Oprah and Gail.
People just like allude to their romance in a lot of ways.
Gail
how they
is
do with
probably
you
the least problematic person that Oprah has platformed.
too.
Like, we all love Oprah, but holy shit, her track record for putting doctors on the air, not great.
So true, bestie.
Anyway.
So I'm going to conduct a friendship test. This
Okay.
is scientifically proven. I've talked to scientists.
How many
to craft
scientists have you spoken to?
2.
Two scientists?
Is
craft
this like
these
that one
questions.
test where if you ask 27 questions, you fall in love?
Yeah, I'm going to see if you guys can fall in love with this. So I have very serious questions
Okay.
Okay.
that I'm going to be asking you guys.
Sure.
Okay, this one's for Ian.
All right. Hit me with a hard one.
What is the first thing Anthony washes in the shower?
Oh,
I mean, I would say hair, but I have seen that dandruff.
Ouch.
damn.
But I would say probably. I would think hair. I would think hair because I think. Well, I don't know. I do kind of imagine that Anthony maybe you do skip washing your hair sometimes because it's like not healthy to always wash your hair.
So you're saying when I don't wash?
So I'm gonna say. Typically, I would say pits.
Pits.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's break this down. So,
But I say if you're going to wash your hair, you would probably wash your hair first.
I start with conditioner in my hair.
You
What?
start with conditioner.
I haven't used shampoo in like
See,
4 years.
Why?
this guy
Because my
this
hair was
guy.
so dry and had so much more dandruff than it has now. Like way more. I
So are
barely have
you-
any now.
You're not cleaning your hair then?
Mm-mm.
Ever?
No, it doesn't need it. It's a myth
Interesting.
to get you to
What?
buy more shampoo.
See.
I will
See.
use
Is
shampoo.
that true?
I will use shampoo if it gets actually dirty, but if it's just
Okay.
wet, then I'll rinse it out and
could,
let it do its own thing.
Yeah, you could try a co-wash. Like
I could just do what I've been doing that's been working and not try
I
to
don't
do
know.
something else.
I don't know. I'm seeing dandruff.
Barely dry spot. Barely. If you would have seen it when I was using shampoo, it was
I believe
disaster.
you. No, I believe you. I think there's
It's not completely gone. It's like 10% of what it used to be though.
you got crazy hair, man.
It is crazy, this beast.
That
Okay,
sucks.
lately I've washed my foot first because I got a tattoo there. But
Just
usually,
just the one foot.
pretty much, yeah, you just let the soap fall on it.
Okay, what do
otherwise.
Do you wash
usually-
your
what-
feet in the shower? I just kind of let
I
the
do.
water do
No.
its thing.
Yeah.
No,
You just said you did.
because I got a tattoo.
Got it.
Not usually.
What do you wash first?
Probably would be pits.
There's no way.
Let's go.
Yeah,
You're going in the shower just pit first.
yeah.
Do you do pits and bits?
I do pits and bits first because those are the most
Yeah.
important bits.
Those are the most important things.
and
to
then
wash.
you kind of use, you
Right.
kind of get the rest.
Okay.
the rest is collateral.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
And a lot of the soap will naturally just fall on the other areas. and do its
I do
thing.
wash my feet though, definitely, because my feet are gross.
Mine don't. Mine seem to be just fine when I let the soap naturally fall on them and
I guess.
do its own thing.
I think for me it's just a feeling.
it's
Like,
a
I, like
feeling.
like I feel like if I don't like wash my feet,
yeah,
then I feel like it's not getting a proper enough cleaning. you
yeah,
know? Yeah.
that's fair.
But I guess that wasn't my question.
Okay, so point for Ian.
Point for me.
Back
Kind
to
of.
Anthony. Who is Ian's hottest relative?
Oh.
Besides his mom.
Oh.
Is that your answer?
Yep.
That's a fucked up question.
I literally don't think I've met enough of your family to even.
It's so
ever
funny
be able to
because like
answer
I could actually answer Anthony's.
I thought you were going to say your
What?
own. I thought you were going to say your own.
that. Yeah, I thought you were gonna answer your own. Wait, my hottest relative?
Yeah, I remember you had like a hot cousin.
Who doesn't though? I
Which
feel like
You think so?
cousin?
I feel like if we're being honest, you can think about your own family. Not that you're attracted to.
I'm
them.
sorry. Erin.
I no, it's
You're
you-
under arrest.
You can
Sweet
you
home
can
Alabama. All right, hold
you
on.
can acknowledge in the same way that like you can find a stranger on the street attractive and not be attracted to them.
Right.
I think you can look within your own family and be like, that's an attractive person. I get why people would think they're attractive. And you could know
I
who
think
the
it's
most
fair that
attractive
you
person in
you
your
can
family is.
identify if someone is broadly, generally attractive to the
Right.
general public. I think that we all know what the standards are.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, you could say that person is attractive.
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't have
Yeah.
to say
I'm
I'm
attracted.
I'm attracted
Yeah.
to that
Yeah,
person.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
different.
But it's weird to say like my cousin's hot. Like,
But
because I feel like saying hot
Right.
is like your own.
right.
That's like an opinion.
Also, hot brings a little sexuality
Yeah.
into it.
I think we all have
definitely.
a hot cousin. We're just scared to say it.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, like, but no, Anthony.
I can't find my cousins hot,
But I don't even
No,
know.
you don't find them hot. You're just acknowledging like other people would
Yeah.
find them hot.
I think that I could say that I have cousins that I could see why other people find them attractive, but for
There
some
you
reason
go.
the word hot being thrown in there is just totally throwing me off.
I think you guys are just
Well, I'll
scared.
say it. I remember Anthony had a hot cousin.
Did you know them in person?
Barely.
Okay.
Barely.
Well, you'll tell me who that was later.
Do you agree with Anthony's answer that your mom is your hottest
No
relative?
comment. No comment on that.
I think you should give me that point.
I'll give you
I
the point.
think I'll give him the point just because I don't want to talk about it.
That's fair. Okay. So a point for Anthony.
Okay.
Back to Ian.
Uh-huh.
Who is someone Anthony wishes didn't die?
Whoa.
Oh wow.
hmm
No, I don't know if you even cared about this person. I'll just say Robin Williams.
Oh, that's actually good. I was going through my family members and stuff.
Oh, sorry.
But
Do you wish Robin Williams didn't die?
More importantly, do you wish he would stay dead? That's the alternative answer.
What?
If you don't wish he didn't die, you're saying you wish he did
Yeah,
die.
can I say I wish he didn't die in the way he did? For the
That's
reasons he
not the
did?
question. That's not the question.
Sure.
Why? Yeah, it took you a while to get there.
No, but I'm
So
like,
you're saying you're glad Robin Williams died?
no. What?
Okay, let me change my answer. Billy Mays.
What? What?
Do you wish Billy Mays is still alive today? We'll
I'm
say
gonna go
it's-
with Chester from Lincoln Park.
Oh,
Yeah.
great answer.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
don't know. Robin Williams is absolutely legendary, and he brought joy to so many people as well.
Yeah.
It's hard to say. Sure, I think that's a good answer. Let's go with Robin Williams.
Okay, so back to Anthony.
Oh,
This is a multiple choice
My answer
question.
would have been Anthony Bourdain, by the way.
That's
for
a
the
good one.
record.
That's a good one.
Great one.
Okay, so multiple choice question.
Oh,
Ian is at Disneyland and witnesses a child running up to the corn dog stand. The kid trips and falls on his face, losing his front teeth.
oh my God!
Does Ian A, gasp, B, laugh, C, fart from excitement, D, help the kid up and offer to buy his corn dog and dentures?
Definitely not that one.
This is a hard one.
I think Ian gasps, then laughs, then realizes it's actually quite dark, and then walks away.
But he doesn't fart from excitement at any point.
I think he probably has farted many times throughout the day, and I don't think that he waits for moments to fart. I think he just lets them out as they come when he's outside.
Okay. And
Yeah.
specifically at Disney.
Oh, at Disney, it's
Just
the
letting it
perfect
rip.
place to just let him go. Like,
At kid height.
why keep that sphincter tight when you could just let it keep ripping?
Especially in public where like there's no consequence. You know, it's like Disneyland is loud and like
And open space.
yeah, and the sound won't really like travel because it's just so open. And you could just blame the fart on anybody. Disneyland's a perfect place to fart.
As you're walking, though, that makes perfect sense because who cares? But
Yeah.
do you do it when you're in a line? Like,
That's a little
When you're
well.
trapped
if
in
it's
a
like
smaller-
if it's like a really noisy line, sure.
so it's about the noise, not about the confinement within, like,
yeah,
indoors.
I don't care about confinement. It's like we're all in this together.
Right.
If somebody else farts, I won't blame them. It's just a part of life. Anyway, your answer, I would say it's close enough. I think I would gasp at first. I might be like, oh shit.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Like as like
Yeah.
in like shock.
Not like a ha-ha, but
No,
like a
no.
whoa.
But I think I would help the kid up if nobody else was helping him up. I would not offer to buy him dentures.
What about his corn dog?
Oh, buy his corn dog?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you would do that. I think that you would only help him up if someone didn't already.
I mean, like he has parents there. They should buy him the corn dog.
We don't know that. That wasn't part of the question.
Oh, so there's a loose child.
It happens.
All right, this changes my answer if the child has no one near them.
He's
And
lost.
Ian's the only adult that witnessed this.
And he dropped his corn dog, so
No.
he wants a new one, or what?
He was
He's
running
running,
to the corn
to the
dog
stand to
stand.
buy a corn dog.
Oh. Well, I mean,
I think you would also laugh a little bit because he
So-
wanted a corn dog
so
so
this
bad.
is this is money that he has
Yeah.
that he clearly didn't earn.
So maybe you help him buy the corn dog at least.
that he didn't earn. You're making a lot of assumptions about this
yeah,
child.
I mean, like that kid didn't make the
this
money.
kid might have
himself.
made the sweater you're
So
wearing.
That
for all
money,
you know.
that money is not that kid's money. That kid got that money from somebody else that gave him money for a corn dog. So why would I buy him a corn dog? Like it's not like he's gonna be like, oh my gosh, thanks so much. Now I could use this money for my rent.
No, he can't eat the corn dog. He doesn't have his front teeth. His teeth are f***ed. He's not thinking about a corn
Oh,
dog.
yeah.
He's
that's true.
sobbing.
He,
He's
like,
not
how is he gonna eat that
potentially
corn dog
bleeding.
from the side of his mouth?
Through the blood.
Like that's you can't do that. How are you gonna eat a corn dog from
I
the
think
side
this
of your
kid's
mouth?
trying to get to the dentist ASAP. I think he's trying to get that shit
Okay.
repaired.
Oh, if I saw teeth just laying on the ground, ugh.
I've had my front tooth knocked out before
Ugh.
at school, and I just wanted to go to the dentist immediately.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
And it
That's
hurts
fair.
so fucking bad. I'm not thinking about eating.
Oh yeah, it's like
So would you
like an
drive him to the
exposed nerve.
dentist?
Where are the kids' parents? Where are the kids' parents?
Why are
They-
you against helping?
I'm not against helping.
Would
I'm
you at
very
least-
much pro help.
Okay, so maybe you just help him find his parents.
Sure. I mean, if I was the only one that witnessed this accident, I would stay with the kid.
Are you sure you wouldn't take him to the dentist and bring him back to your place, get him
I'd
settled
probably
in?
I'd probably
What? I'm saying to father the child.
well
Would
actually
you take this child in?
Disneyland has their own like health care.
What?
What?
Yeah. Like if you
So-
get hurt on the premises, they like take care of you because
So
they
if-
don't want you to sue them.
We should test this out.
I think you should test
Go.
it out.
Go and injure
Go
myself.
break your arm on a ride.
Yeah.
On one of the
and
roller
there's
coasters.
doctors prepared to
yeah,
like.
on one of the
stitch
roller
me up?
coasters, stick your arm far out and find out how good their health care is. It's no, they
Is it
they
free?
probably.
Is that the
It's
only
Disney
place?
has free health
Is
care.
that if we want free healthcare, Americans have to go to Disneyland?
Yeah, if you need dialysis, go to Disneyland.
What
I
about
don't-
World? Is it in Florida too?
Probably.
Is it in Disney
Wow.
Japan?
You know what we should do? This is
What?
what we should do, y'all. We should test out the healthcare systems between Universal and Disneyland.
I can
and
tell you
find
right
out-
now, Universal does not give a shit
No,
about you.
No.
there's nothing there.
It's
for
probably
you.
like dudes dressed up as minions trying to like stitch you up.
I think they would
Like
kick
a
you.
banana.
I think they would have you leave.
They
I
would
think
kick you down the stairs.
They'd probably call you like an ambulance and be like, "Get off our premises."
Yeah, they put you on their little like shuttle that takes you around the lot,
Yeah,
and they just drive you to the parking lot, drop you off.
probably.
That
Did
sounds
in the
right.
Jurassic parking.
you hear one of those tipped over recently?
How does that happen?
I
Someone's just
wish I could have witnessed
just
that.
ripping a left
How
turn
do
or
you
something.
flip that thing?
Well, because we got invited to like the 60th anniversary at Universal, and it was for the like tours. And, like,
'Cause the
days
shuttle's 60
before-
years old.
It is. The tours are 60 years old. Days before one of the trams like flipped over like a hill or something, and people got injured.
Whoa.
That's
they canceled it.
crazy.
They
Yeah.
canceled the shuttle.
Yeah.
Well, they'll bring it back.
They'll bring it back. I think it's already back.
How do you flip that thing?
That's what I want to know.
I guess
They were like
turning while you're on
Tokyo
the hill.
drifting that
Yeah.
Yeah.
that shuttle. That's awesome. I wish I could have. I mean, I hope nobody got
It
seriously
sound,
injured.
when you say
They
injured,
probably did.
I was
People
gonna say,
did get injured. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
just hear the word injured and you don't imagine what that actually means.
No, I just don't understand how there's
Because on its side, like you're getting really bad road rash.
yeah.
Well, there's like those things have like zero safety. You're not wearing
Yeah.
seatbelts.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So no
so
healthcare.
go
at
get
Universal.
injured at Disneyland and report back. For liability reasons, we didn't tell you to do that, but I'm very interested to know how good the healthcare is. But yeah, if you injure yourself, they'll take care of you. I think it's a liability thing.
So did I
Okay.
get any points for that?
Yeah. Did he? Was he right?
What was the question?
So when you see the kid falls,
oh yeah, he gets a point.
You gasp,
Yeah, he gets a
you
point.
chuckle to yourself out of what the hell did I just witness?
Yeah. No, that's fine. Yeah, you get a point.
And then if the parent, in my head, the parents picked up the kid and you walked away.
Yeah. I walk away. I walk away and I say, I did a good thing. And I go buy myself a Dole Whip.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay, this question's for Ian. Also multiple choice.
Okay.
Anthony is sad. You cheer him up by A, giving him a long hug. B, tell him his posture has been looking really great lately. C, make a new joke about D, let him sulk in a corner and watch videos of tree hentai.
I'm sorry, who's watching these videos?
You.
I'm watching these videos.
You're you're just in a corner alone watching these videos.
I'm watching
to cheer up.
animated trees have
Doesn't
sex.
that happen
Listen,
in Evil
It's
Dead?
none of
Doesn't
my
a
business
tree,
what you watch.
Doesn't a tree have sex with somebody in Evil Dead? I've never seen it.
Yeah, but
What?
a person. Wait, are you talking about the trees are having sex with each other or with humans?
It's up to your
Tree
interpretation.
hentai. Did you write these?
I did.
Yeah.
No, sorry, a scientist wrote these.
Okay. I don't think Anthony would feel like I don't think me complimenting him on his posture would do anything because I think he knows his posture is like
He's really been working
A
on
plus.
It's pretty good lately.
No, his like if you like ever posture check Anthony, it's always gonna be perfect.
I'm leaning right now.
It's still straighter. Look at how we're sitting. Look at how I'm sitting.
Yeah.
I'm leaning.
What was the other ones?
A,
tree
give him a long
hentai.
hug.
Long hug. Okay.
Posture. Make
Yeah.
a new joke about or
yeah.
tree hentai.
I think I'm gonna say a long hug.
Aww.
I'm gonna say a long hug. I don't think he's gonna get cheered up by a cum joke.
He's heard them all at this point.
Yeah. And I don't think tree hentai is gonna cheer him up. And yeah, posture. He already knows his posture is good. He doesn't need anyone telling him that.
I think a long hug would be really nice. That recognition, being seen.
Oh.
But then if you also topped it off with a new joke that I've never heard before.
While I'm hugging you.
After the physical touch has been ended.
What if I give you a long hug and I just go, Dad, do you want cookies?
I think I'm making a why I left Smosh part 2
Yeah,
video if you
that's
do
fair. Okay.
Okay, so point for Ian.
that. Sure.
Okay, we have one question left. So this is for Anthony.
Okay.
If Ian could go back in time and stop one national tragedy from happening, which one would he stop? He can only stop one.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, I think if he stopped certain ones, he wouldn't have any joke material.
Yeah.
So I feel like he'd have to be really. I think I'm trying to decide if Ian's going back in time to stop the tragedy because it's tragic or to stop the tragedy because it's not one of the funny ones.
Yeah, which tragedy has the least amount of material?
I think if Ian had to choose, I think it would be obvious that you would stop some shit that went down in World War II, probably.
That is very Ian.
Just because I think you have a fascination with the history of that time period, and I feel like it would be pretty easy to just.
Okay, that's
I'm talking about an interest in the history.
You do like history.
Yeah,
I
I
get
do
what
like
he's saying.
history.
yeah.
But World War II specifically?
I think you would stop some of the tragedies that came out from that.
Which ones?
There's a
Be
few that
specific,
stand
Anthony.
out. There's a few that stand out.
What were the tragedies for which side? Be specific.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. I think that you would stop World War II soon after it started.
Okay, so like when they invaded Poland.
Sure. See?
See,
You know these
You know
details.
stuff. I feel like that might be common knowledge.
I mean,
No,
that's-
Ian learned on this subject.
No.
Really? Would it be Genghis Khan?
I think Genghis Khan was not a national tragedy. That was like a worldwide.
Wait, did you say national tragedy?
I did, but
Oh, this is about United States tragedies?
I guess I
Yeah,
didn't really realize
well-
what the word national meant.
You
So
didn't know
this,
that
it could be
national
world.
National is referring to a nation.
Right. No, that
A
actually
tragedy
makes
that was
complete
tragic
sense.
to a nation.
Right. That
Yeah.
that makes complete
Mhm.
sense.
Okay.
But you didn't specify American national
Right.
tragedy.
That's true.
I
Any
didn't say
national
where.
tragedy.
So just as long as there's a nation involved.
There were nations involved in World War II.
This is true.
So it wouldn't.
Some would say all the nations. Anyway.
Anyway, what would you stop then?
I
saw a smirk on Ian's face. He's got something cooking. Oh God, what?
Oh, this is gonna seem so like such an old like a overdone reference, but I would stop the Challenger explosion
Really?
because
Okay.
because so did you hear that Big Bird was almost on the Challenger?
What?
Almost on the Challenger. Yes.
Almost.
Yes.
So if the Challenger didn't explode, that means that Big Bird could have possibly been on a later shuttle that could have exploded, and that would have been really funny.
You hold on. You
You want to stop the Challenger explosion so that there's another chance for Big Bird to get on another craft that does explode?
Right, yeah.
What do you have against Big Bird? What did Big Bird do to you?
I think it's just kind of funny.
Okay.
Cause like would they just make a new Big Bird? Or would they retire the character?
I
think you have to retire
Would
Big
they-
Bird.
would
If
they
Big
pretend-
Bird dies in a Challenger explosion,
But then Sesame Street would have to explain to children that Big Bird died.
You do know it's a
in
man
a
inside
space
the
shuttle,
suit, right?
but to children, it's not a man in a suit.
So you
it's a
think
big
to protect,
bird.
You think to protect the children, if Big Bird had died on the Challenger,
Yes,
they would have stopped shooting with Big Bird entirely.
I don't know, and that's what I think is really interesting.
Right.
Because
Right.
because if Big Bird died in real life, I mean, the character was in a space shuttle that exploded. Would Sesame Street, which is a show for children that probably didn't see the explosion, although a lot of children did see the Challenger explosion because they aired it in classrooms, would Sesame Street then have to be like, well, Big Bird's dead, and then they'd have to explain death to children on
And this
Sesame
is what you
Street.
want. This is what you want.
Yeah, I think it'd be interesting.
That was a real
Um,
tragedy. In case you didn't know,
What
Challenger. I saw a documentary. It was really sad.
was it? Sad?
It was really sad.
Did they talk about how the people were conscious for the descent?
Yes, and they talked about how almost none of them were actually people that were supposed to be in a spacecraft.
Oh, they're like teachers.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yes. So it was a real tragedy.
It was yeah. I agree.
But you wanted Big Bird to be part of it.
Yes.
Got it. So no points. No points for Anthony for that
Dang
one.
it!
No points for Anthony.
How did I not know Ian wanted to see another explosion, but with Big Bird?
Okay, so you guys are tied. So we're going to do a tiebreaker.
Okay. Wow, this is unprecedented.
I want you both at the same time. Don't look at my papers.
I can't read upside
Don't
down.
stop talking there. Please finish your sentence.
At the same time, I want you guys to describe each other using one word. Okay? 3, 2. Do you need more time?
Yeah.
No.
Are you good now?
Yeah.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Social.
Worm.
Oh. Worm?
I don't know. It's just because we were watching that video today
You're throwing back to the old
where
worm
you
bit?
where you said worm. So I was just thinking
Yeah.
one word. Worm.
I
Sorry, that was stupid. Social.
chose social for you.
Okay, let me think of another one.
What?
Yeah, choose a better
Well,
word.
how are we going
Ian.
to say it at the same time now? Do I have to choose another one too?
No. If you want.
Okay.
Okay, tell me when you're ready and I'll count you in.
Oh, hold on.
Got it?
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Social.
That's 2 words.
Is there a space between he and he?
No, it's one
Okay.
word.
One word, he.
Any affiliation with Michael Jackson?
No,
You
hell
said
no.
it like
no
Michael
way.
Jackson.
No, that's just coincidence.
He.
Yeah.
Anthony's so hee-hee coded.
Hee-hee?
Yeah, Anthony's hee-hee
He's always
coded.
hee-heeing.
Am I hee-hee coded?
Yeah, very.
I do say hee-hee a lot.
You're so
actually.
hee-hee.
If I laugh, a hee-hee naturally comes out. But
I've never heard a hee-hee
I'm
come
like,
out of your mouth.
Because you're not
No,
funny.
you're not.
Oh, burst!
Boom. Boom.
He didn't hee-hee, so that wasn't funny. What was your word?
I put social. Or
Again?
Yeah,
Okay.
because first thing in the morning.
Like he said it.
First thing in the morning, you're in there making coffee, talking to 6 people.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on the couch going,
Watching tree hentai.
yep, watching good old tree hentai by myself.
I like people.
Ian is very social.
Yeah. I like socializing in one-on-one situations where I can have a deeper conversation. But if it's just about coffee or
Yeah.
the day or the time or the weather, I'm like, I'm going to sit over there and breathe by myself.
If I don't talk to people, then I think they hate me.
Oh, really?
Probably.
How do you feel when no one sits next to you on an airplane?
I mean, that's the only good time that
That you're not approachable?
people don't want to sit.
Why do you think it is that people don't want to sit next to you on airplanes?
I said my theory before was that people just think I look like a shooter.
Okay. I don't get this one because you pick your seat ahead of time.
No, Southwest.
He's
Oh,
talking
that's
about
right,
the
you
like
fly
free-for-all Southwest.
Yeah,
flight.
Southwest, where you choose your own seat, and people don't sit next to me. But also, people didn't sit next to me at school. People don't sit next to me at lunch.
Really?
Sometimes,
At lunch?
sometimes, yeah.
You talking about here or at school?
Here,
Literally,
we have like cafeteria style seating, and if I'm the first one to sit down in the row of seats, people choose other seats.
Are you sure?
Do you
People
think,
choose other
No,
seats.
I think they're just
I'm just
intimidated.
saying-
do you think it's because you're the boss man?
Yeah.
What do they have to be afraid of, Erin? Look at me. What about me is intimidating?
I think you're just...
Maybe they're saving the seat for Anthony. You know, they just like,
Maybe.
know that you have.
Or
better
they're like, if I
friends.
sit there, I'm going to be talking about history and cars.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
we'll
think-
see today. We'll test it out today. Why don't you sit down first, and we'll see who
Yeah.
takes a seat next to you.
Okay, we'll see. No, I think people do sit next to you. Just not on planes. Not even in the here.
People sit next to me if they're already sitting somewhere and I go sit down next to them.
Do you
If
actually
I'm-
notice when people
If
don't
I'm
sit
the
next
first one to the table, people will choose
Well, then
other
don't be the
seats.
first one.
What's going on in
What
your
do you want
mind?
me to do?
Wait.
Go later in the line.
Load up my food and then just
Don't
stand?
be the first one in the line.
I
I'll
have
do
to be.
that.
I have to be the first one in line because that's where you get the best selection of food.
Okay, but you could stall. You know, you could go to the kitchen. You can get a nice little, like, LaCroix.
This doesn't fix
Survey
the
the
problem,
area.
Erin. People don't want to sit next to me.
Wait, Ian, what's going on in your mind when you note it? Like, are you noticing people aren't sitting next to you and you're thinking about it?
It's sad.
What do you think? What are you thinking? Are you thinking, no one sit next to me?
Yes.
No one sit next to me.
It's sad.
You really think about it?
Yes.
Oh, buddy.
Because I sit down and then everyone goes sits down somewhere else.
That's so funny. I'm like, peace and quiet when no one
No.
sits next to me.
No. It's a national tragedy.
More than the Challenger exploding.
More than the Challenger explosion.
If you could go back in time and stop one tragedy, would be no one sitting next to you
Yeah,
at
you
lunch.
Yeah.
fix that.
Yes. I'd fix that. It's mean.
I want to get back to you two being friends for a second.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Because you've known each other now probably like as long as I've been alive.
Also, Anthony just unfollowed me on Instagram.
I unfollowed everyone on Instagram. It's peaceful.
What's
you
going
unfollowed me.
Did that hurt?
I'm only following Smosh
now,
accounts.
I just now found out.
What? How did you find
Did
out?
you get
I'm not
notified?
telling.
Did someone tell you?
I'm not telling.
What?
I told
Anthony,
them.
Anthony unfollowed me on Instagram.
Yeah, we got
Can
beef.
you believe that?
We got beef.
He
Yeah.
What
unfollowed
happened?
me.
What did he do?
I'm not willing to talk about it.
Wow.
I'm not willing to talk about. I'm not willing to talk about it.
Yeah.
I am curious, growing up, was there ever a moment that you guys came very close to no longer being friends? Like, was there anything
Growing up?
yeah. Like, did you guys fight? Did you get any fights about anything?
I think that because we didn't get in fights, it set us up to
Yeah, we didn't fight.
Ever?
no.
We were very passive aggressive.
Yeah.
That tracks.
I remember one time where I was the most angry with you. It's a stupid reason. We were going to grad night, or coming back from grad night, and high school grad night.
Was that like when we all like? It was like, was it a bowling alley or something?
No, there was a bus that took us to some place. All I remember was that there was one of those boxes where money flies
you catch
around,
the money. Yeah,
and you catch the money.
yeah. I think it was at a bowling alley that was like upstairs.
It was weird.
Yeah, it was weird.
Well, that place had nothing to do with it. It was the bus ride home because we were all in a bus.
Okay.
And I think I was asleep, and I think you clapped in my face and screamed in my face, and I was like, "What the f***? Stop!" I think I did something really aggressive like that.
I don't remember that.
Oh, it's good. You blocked it out of your memory.
I mean,
But I remember feeling bad about how like aggressively I reacted. I think you also were poking me, so I went, like a big thing like that. And I remember afterward feeling bad about it, but then also being too embarrassed to admit that I felt bad about it.
Oh, funny.
Yeah.
I mean, it is kind of payback for what you and our other friends did to me in my sleep. So
That's true, but that was funny.
What'd you do?
they drew a dick on my face.
Oh, that's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
And I didn't notice it
Yeah.
For how long?
for 2 days.
2 whole. No, you didn't.
It was not 2 days, but
I
Ian's
did
mom
have
did make
breakfast.
pancakes and waffles for everyone, and Ian ate pancakes and waffles with a dick on his
And
face.
she didn't say anything.
None of us. We were all like,
She
And-
didn't tell you.
And I was used to people laughing around me because I'm so funny.
Ian was excited to have people sitting next to him.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. I did have people sitting next to me, so I felt very good about myself.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if you drew a penis on your face here, people would sit next to you
Yeah.
at lunch.
It is more of
it
like
is a thought.
There's like a selling point to it.
Mhm.
Like you got to sell yourself if you want people to sit next to you, and I think that
I know I don't.
a dick on your face would sell you.
I sell myself.
Really? How?
Clearly not. No
I'm
one's sitting next to
amazing.
you.
I'm so funny.
Sell me on it. Sell me.
I'm so funny.
Can you instead of a dating
and
profile, can you write a sitting profile and let me know why I should next to you? Should sit next to you?
I don't smell.
Okay.
Do I?
I imagine you do the smelling. Like you have scent that you smell.
Do I have bad breath?
No.
Smell
Okay.
it.
That's like literally my worst fear. That I'm like the one with the shit breath.
I feel like anyone who's dated someone before can at least hope that the person they dated would tell them.
That's true, actually. But there's people that exist that have really bad breath.
But I also think that they don't
And
necessarily have people
I'd
that are close enough
imagine
in their
that they-
life
You think so?
to tell them.
Really?
Is bad breath like something you can look past, or is that too much of an ick?
It's very, very hard. I think
It
it depends on like what the breath is.
I feel like if I'm close enough with a person to be their friend and they have bad breath, I think I would just tell them.
Mm-hmm.
I think that I would be comfortable enough to do that. But if they're just an acquaintance, then that's really weird.
Yeah.
You look like you're thinking of something very specific.
Well, I'm just thinking like the only people that have had really bad breath that I can think of have only been acquaintances, and I'm wondering, is it the breath that has held me back from being their friend? I don't think so.
No, I think
But
that
do you remember that one person in high school?
yeah,
Yep,
I do. I remember two. I remember
she was an acquaintance.
I remember a teacher.
A teacher too. Yeah. Yep. And he would get down. He would get like really close
Yep.
to like help you with like your math problems.
Yep.
Are there any other icks in friendships or relationships that you guys get?
Yeah. Yeah. You prepped me on this one, so I have something
Okay.
in
I
here.
did ask you guys to come with icks.
I came with two.
Okay, great. Let's hear it.
One is a little bit tame,
Mm.
but it's when you are hanging out with someone,
You being the
when the general you,
Yeah.
or I say I, when I hang out with someone and I can tell that they are too uncomfortable to let there be a moment of silence.
Mm.
oh
So it's like there's a moment of silence and then they just start small talk. And then you're like, and there's a moment of silence and they just start talking, like without any real purpose, but like just because they feel awkward.
yeah.
That is
I
an
get
ick.
that way on dates where I don't like know the person well.
Like you talk nonstop.
like a moment of silence
You like throw out a question
would
or
be
something.
awkward. Yeah, because
Yeah.
we're trying to keep the conversation going.
Yeah.
Yeah, silence is uncomfortable for me.
I feel like when I can sit in silence with someone, that's how I know that we can vibe together.
It's
I
like a
feel
sign
that.
of comfortability.
No,
Yeah.
I think yeah, when you know somebody well enough, like silence is I think that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the best feeling in the world for me, because I like being alone, is when I can be alone with someone else's presence.
One of my icks is if y'all go out to eat and one person doesn't Venmo. And it's like very it's like you knew about it. There's somebody that I would say has been downgraded to an acquaintance
because you can tell they avoid Venmoing.
And talking to another friend, it's a pattern.
Oh,
And
you know what? There are sometimes in like common friend groups, there will be the one person that will be like always distracted when the payment happens.
Yeah, and so I've kind of like downgraded this person because it's just like it's icky because it's like you don't want like money to get in the way of like friendship. But
what do you
like,
think it means?
But when they're not being like honest, like I think that's the issue. It's like if you're like straight up with me about like, hey, like I don't know if I could pay for this or whatever, like we could figure that out. But to just be like, oh yeah, I got you.
So it almost feels like they're trying to pull a fast one on you.
Yeah, it's just not honest, and I think like you can't have that in a friendship. I think also another ick is when you're eating with a friend. This is another eating out.
Another eating out situation.
And they don't eat the last little morsel of food on the
What?
plate.
That's an ick?
I hate when people leave the last little. Just eat it.
What if they're full?
But no. People leave the last little.
I do this
piece.
all the time.
People gotta stop doing that. Just like fucking own up to it and eat it.
What if you don't want anymore? What if you're satisfied?
No, that's not true.
What if they're saving it for you?
No, but that's the thing. Like everybody's trying to be too fucking polite, and they leave like the last little piece there, and everyone's too afraid to eat the last piece because they don't want to look like a little food grubbing minion.
I put a kind of internal clock on it. When there's that last piece there, I'll give it like 5 minutes.
What?
This is not a real hick of mine.
You'll
I'm
give-
just.
I'll give it if it sits there for 5 minutes. I'll eat it.
Yeah.
If it's something that I really liked.
Got it.
Because I think it's like it's so silly. Like when you like at the end of dinner, if you're out at dinner with friends and like there's like 3 or 4 plates that all have one piece of food left on it, and it's obvious that people don't want to be the person that takes the last one.
Oh, so this is a sharing situation.
It's a sharing situation. Yeah.
Got it.
No, not if it's like their own plate of food and they
I
don't
was
want
like,
it. Yeah.
what if they
I'm
just don't want to eat it?
No, I'm not putting that on them. But if it's shared plates, like say nachos.
I kind of
and and somebody's eating the nachos and then they leave the last nacho there to be like, it's like just
Right.
eat the nacho.
I kind of feel like it's a symbol of courtesy though, even if
It is, but
I think
be
I think
real.
after a certain amount of time, the courtesy has like run its course, and you could just eat it.
yeah.
I did notice both of your icks involved like being at a table and like eating. Do you think that may be the reason people are intimidated to sit with you, or because you might be a little bit judgmental at the
I'm not
at the
judgmental.
Wait,
table?
when did mine have
What
to
gave
do with
you-
sitting?
Not
and eating?
you, his.
Oh, Ian's.
What
Okay.
gave you that idea that I'm judgmental? I'm not judgmental.
Well, you kind of just admitted it. So I'm just
do you mean?
curious if maybe there's a pattern.
Oh, people don't want to sit next to me because I'm judgmental.
yeah, you're gonna be like, why are you eating that last piece of food?
I mean, she has a point. She has got a point.
I think I'm a very pleasant person to eat next to, and I don't think that's the issue.
I agree. I've sat next to you at lunch.
And you agree that I'm pleasant.
Yeah, we have some fun convos.
Do I judge you at lunch?
A little. Remember the other day when I was eating sushi and then also apple and peanut butter, and you were like,
But will you also say that I actually supported that?
You did. You
I
ended
actually
up supporting
defended
it.
you.
You did, but you thought about it at first.
No, because other people were like, what are you doing? That's gross. And I said, that's very interesting because the apple is sweet and the peanut butter is like salty and the sushi isn't either of those, so it's kind of an interesting compliment.
That's true.
Did I say that?
That's true.
Nice. Dude, epic.
I stand up for my
that
dogs.
was epic.
See,
I stand up for my dogs.
So eat lunch with Ian, guys.
Please.
I think this video needs to be a campaign. I think this whole series, Lunchtime with Smosh, should be really about lunchtime with Ian.
Please have lunchtime with me. If you see me, okay. This is an invitation. I would not ordinarily invite strangers to invade my personal space, but if you see me at a mall,
A mall.
in the food court, and
In the food
Do you
court
go to malls?
specifically?
and I am eating in the food court, you have permission to eat with me
If you're alone.
Wow.
if I'm alone.
If you're alone. And if there's an
If
open
I'm alone
seat.
in a food court, there's an empty seat, and I am and I look a little lonely. You have permission.
How do they know
to-
you're lonely? What kind of
You'll
cues?
see it on my face.
Is there a cue that you get? Can you show me?
small,
Can you show me?
small tier?
Can you just show me what that looks like?
small tier, little bites of food, constantly like looking around.
Just looking so baby girl? It just looks like you're being baby girl.
If
right?
Ian's
Yeah.
alone in a mall food court eating, please record that and post that to the
Also,
internet.
call the cops. There's probably
And let us know. DM
I'm
me and
probably in
Anthony.
a serious
Mental
crisis.
How often do you eat at a food court in a mall at all, regardless of if you're alone or not?
Depends on how well this show does. So please keep watching. Please keep watching Lunchtime with Smosh.
The
for-
podcast.
Yeah, it's really like you're doing a good thing for my mental health.
Ian's mental
by-
health is riding on the success
my,
of the show.
My mental health is on the line here, and I need you to keep watching this show because if you don't, I will end up in a food court at a mall.
Alone with a seat next to you.
And you will have to sit next to me, and you will not enjoy it.
I think you're going to have to look over your shoulders when you go to a food court because there's going to be a line of people waiting to sit next to you.
Okay.
I have another ick.
What is it?
We have to close out the show.
Okay,
Anthony. I
let's
felt
hear
like that
his
was a
ick.
pretty good button.
Okay.
Me threatening people with my
Well,
mental
now I want to
health.
know
Okay.
his ick.
No, that's fair.
Let's hear
That's
your
fair.
ick.
I wanna
Let's
know
hear
it.
your ick.
Gossip.
That is such your ick.
Oh.
That is your ick.
The moment-
which is so unfortunate because I am such a gossiping.
The moment
little-
someone
I do
starts
love to
gossiping, I
gossip.
swear my brain just
it's very
shuts
obvious.
down.
Yeah.
That's Nick for me that you don't want to engage.
No,
in
same.
gossip.
I get annoyed. He gets so quiet.
He gets so quiet.
Whenever you start
he
gossiping
gets so
about
quiet, and
someone,
he like turns away. And it's like, bro, just like have some fun.
the moment you
like-
start gossiping about people, I'm like, why would I care?
Gossip is literally an evolutionary like trait.
Yeah, maybe about like people that you know closely.
It was important.
It was.
like celebrity gossip.
We
No.
don't gossip about
we
celebrities.
only gossip about people we know.
Yeah.
Either way, I don't care.
Gossip is an important part of human evolution.
There's only so much energy in a day, and you're putting it there.
But
We're
some,
having a great time. Why don't you just try to have some fun, Anthony?
I cannot with gossip. I cannot.
This is why
He thinks
no one
he's
sits
above
with
it.
him either at lunch. He
I
sits
don't think I'm
alone.
above it. I just don't
He
want any
gossips
part
sometimes.
of it.
He doesn't like to admit it, but sometimes he gossips, and sometimes he laughs at what we're gossiping at.
Yeah. So I think why don't you just give in? You know you love it, Anthony. You know you love it. You just don't want to admit it.
I don't like it at all. It just feels gross. Feels like you're trying to judge others for no real reason.
There's a good reason
Yeah.
for fun.
Okay.
All right. Well, this has been the first
Not
What?
yet.
Oh, what's the
yeah.
next
It's
bit?
lunchtime with Smosh. We have some fan questions you guys gotta answer.
Oh yeah.
And then it'll be over. We got a few. It'll be quick.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
Alright,
Let's
but
wait.
no,
Where did
we-
you find these questions?
So we
Oh
asked
shit.
What's going on?
Shit. I took my phone off airplane mode because I was looking for poopy seats.
someone sending him some gossip. You
hot
wouldn't want to
goss.
know.
Yeah, you wouldn't. Yeah,
I
just
would not be
the
interested.
newest news about JoJo Siwa.
Seriously, you guys talk about JoJo Siwa so much.
We've never talked about
My
JoJo
brain is
Siwa.
just like
You've laughed.
maybe at like the way you're.
Why don't
interpreting
you
the
Why don't you
situation.
try caring about our people's culture? Why don't you just try to have an open mind, Anthony?
Where'd you find these questions?
So we asked YouTube.
Okay, so
Well,
should I sing a little theme song?
if you want,
Finding YouTube comment question. Finding YouTube comment question. Or is it comments or community?
we did a community post on YouTube.
Finding YouTube community post questions. Finding YouTube community post questions.
We are running out of time.
We are,
Okay.
but it's okay. We have. I'll do 2 questions.
Okay, 2 questions.
questions.
Is good.
So this question is from Mona Lisa 33, and they want to know what they should name their future baby. No pressure.
Future baby.
I'm assuming that they're
I'm
expecting.
gonna say Squonk.
I'm gonna say Grimace.
What, guys?
What?
You want a baby named those things?
All right, Marie Calendars.
That's cute.
Marie Kondo.
That's pretty. That's a
Okay,
real
That's
person.
good.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a question that I think Ian's going to be excited for,
Oh,
and it
Oh,
comes
boy.
from
Is it gossip?
Night Ashes 6934. What's your letterboxed top 4?
ooh, that means top 4 favorite movies.
This is another thing that Anthony doesn't partake in, and it's watching.
Arrival?
things. Oh, you okay?
Arrival, Home Alone 1, Home Alone 2.
Right.
Apocalypto.
No. Our Universe, the Netflix documentary multi-part series.
Was that the Neil deGrasse Tyson one?
No, it was Samuel. I mean, it was no, not Samuel Jackson. It was Morgan Freeman.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Morgan Freeman.
I actually had Arrival on my Letterboxd top 4.
Oh shit!
And then I took it off recently.
Besties.
I'm sorry.
Never
I
mind.
have City of God,
That's a good one.
Spaceballs, RRR, and They Came Together.
They came together. You have They Came Together on there.
Yeah. It's the best. It's the best.
Is your letterbox public? Can people follow you on there?
Yes, my letterbox is public. And how do I find my username on this?
Isn't it like Ian the Cool Cat 69?
I wish. I think it's just Ian Hecox.
Wow,
Nice.
good for you.
Yeah. So yeah, look me up. Check out my things. Feel free to agree or disagree with my ratings. I gotta rate.
How many ratings do you have on there? How active are you?
How
on
many
this?
films have I rated?
Yeah.
988.
No, you haven't. 908. You reviewed this many movies?
Yeah.
How long are your reviews?
No, I don't write the reviews. I rate them, but these are all the movies that I've seen.
Oh, I thought you were writing reviews.
I did too. I thought that's what this was.
But no, so I think I've seen, because I can't remember every single movie that I've seen, but I would assume I'm probably at about 1,000.
Damn.
And you're giving them like a 10-star,
Yeah, 1 to 5.
1 to
or-
5-star review?
Yeah.
Okay, but you're not writing
No.
a novel
What's a random movie you could think of that you've seen?
that I've
I'll
seen?
tell you what my rating is.
Gladiator. You actually rated that? You rated the
I gave it-
2001 movie.
I gave it 4.5 stars.
Nice.
It's a great movie.
What about One
Epic.
Directions? This Is Us.
I have not seen that.
It's on
Anyway,
your
we
li-
gotta
should be on your
go.
list.
We gotta go. We got a lot of good stuff today. I think this was a very good first episode.
How many stars would you give it?
This episode?
Mm-hmm.
4.8 out of 5.
I give it 4.8 out of 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a good one. I had a lot
Nice.
of fun. I had a lot of fun.
It was good.
Yeah.
This is a good first episode.
Um,
Aw, they touch tips.
we touch tips, microphone tips. Okay. Well, stay tuned for more.
Mhm.
Welcome to the SmoshCast channel.
That's right.
If you're not subscribed, do that. Like this video for my mental health. And
Ian really needs it. And we're going to have a new episode of this podcast coming out every 2 weeks.
That's right. So we'll see you in 2 weeks.
See you then.
Thank you,
Bye.
Erin.
Thank you, Erin.
And cut.